Hey guys, welcome back to the Noodle Bowl. I thought I would do something different today, so I'm doing a semi real-time drawing, I guess. It will be jump cuts because I know this thing will be way too long if I don't put jump cuts in. And I thought I'd do something a bit different today. So I was looking on Tumblr earlier and I was hit with this amazing inspiration and I sketched a few ideas out. And let me tell you, it involves ducks. I came across this profile that had some posts about duck fashion shows, and I was hit with sudden inspiration. Yeah. No, I can't look at this without laughing. It suits him too much. But yeah, I'll be drawing a full version of that sketch. So I'm just going to start with the head. I usually start my drawings with just a circle, and I like to put in little direction lines so I know which way they're facing, what kind of pose I want to have, I guess. And I am looking at a picture I took of that first sketch because I really like how the pose came out on that. So if you see me pausing at times, it's because I'm just consulting that one for the base pose because I really like how it came out. And I'm going to be using that as my semi-reference for this drawing. But yeah, I haven't figured out how I want to finish this off. I might use some white ink. I might use pencils. See how this goes. I'm actually one of those people who can't draw with an audience. I get performance anxiety, I guess. I feel like I've changed the angle from my original sketch. This eye's not really fitting in. That's alright. Might just cover it with hair. the age-old hair cover. I used to do that all the time as a kid, actually, when I'd be drawing, and I'd be like, I don't know how to replicate this eye, so I'm just going to cover it with hair, with a fringe. So most of my original characters had god-awful fringes that would cover half of their face, and they'd all end up looking the same. But you know what? We all got to start somewhere, right? I started with terrible fringes and half the poses with their hands behind their backs because I didn't know how to draw hands either. We all got to start somewhere. There we go. Oh yeah, I like how that one's it's a bit better. I try to keep my sketches fairly clean just because I tend to just go straight over the pencil work. Like I'll lighten a bit first with a kneadable eraser, and then after that I'll just go over it and line it. So whatever marks I go down is pretty much what I follow. Something is not right. Something is not right. I am drawing the Sherlock from the BBC series. I absolutely love it. I haven't watched the new season, actually. Was introduced to this series by one of my friends. She lent me the DVD box set for this, and I fell in love with it because, I mean, who doesn't love beautiful Benedict here, eh? Who doesn't love him? I love him. Am I still in frame? Oh, I'm not used to being careful. Can you guys actually see when I'm drawing? How high up should I put his collar? What do you think? Is there about right? I don't do this often, but if you guys would like to see me draw more characters as animals, let me know. Because I feel like a duck is really fitting for Sherlock. I don't know, just like the length is, they're very long, and they're a bit pretentious. They tend to, I don't know, maybe a swan would have been better. This idea was born into my brain. Actually, only about 2 hours ago, I was struck with sudden inspiration. I thought there is no way there is no way I'm going to somehow manage to sketch this stupid idea in my brain into a half decent drawing on paper. I'm sorry, putting the little tail on him just makes it really cute. Yeah, this is a really good idea and someone should have done this earlier. Or this is a really bad idea and I just have too much time on my hands. I like to think that it's the former, but I have a feeling it's the latter instead. He usually leaves his coat undone, right? So far I've actually filled up one whole sketchbook. So let me know if you guys would be interested in maybe seeing a tour of that one. And I might show you. How should I color this? Today I will be using my Unipin fine liners. These are my favorite brand of fine liners just because they're water and fade proof. They do fade a little bit when you erase on top of them if you don't leave them like overnight, but that's okay because I'll be using markers next to it anyway. So how's that? Can you guys see? You'll also probably learn that I tend to go overboard with stuff until it looks not right. So something might look good 1 minute, and then I'll go back and be like, oh, I can make it look better. So I try and make it look better, and I often stuff it up, and then I have a lot of regrets. A lot of regrets. Sherlock. Sherlock Holmes. I'm sorry. It's such a terrible pun. I should be arrested. Okay, so we've lined the drawing. I've left it to dry. Today I will be using my Copic markers, and I am going to be using a white ink wash that I can just build up. And I've wanted a toned sketchbook for the longest time, but this is the first one that I'm going to be using to draw every day in. I tended to just do like little sketches in them beforehand. So there's a couple in here if you guys want to see them sometime. It's mainly Lazy Town fan art. Don't ask, or do ask if you really want to know. I just love Benedict's eyes. They're just such a pretty blue color. I love them. They're gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Alrighty. Let's do another layer of ink wash. It's coming up really nice on camera, by the way. Like in real life it's not that white, but on camera it's coming up really vibrant. It looks good on camera. It doesn't look that good in real life, but it looks pretty good on camera. I think Sherlock would make a very handsome duck. Don't you? Don't you think he would make a very handsome duck? Because I think. So I've gone over and relined some of the parts. And I'm just going to quickly use a E70 and an E71 Copic sketch marker to put in some little shading on the white. And now it's time for highlighting. Pentel Pop Lol, I think it's called, in the color white, and my Pentel Hybrid Grip gel pen in the color white. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I will quickly sign and date this. And that's the so yeah, that's the final drawing. If you can see him. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this came out. Just actually gonna put a little bit of washi tape in just to give a little bit of depth to the background. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I invite you back to feast yourselves on the absolutely delicious content here with crunchy noodles.